does not have to be a new year, a new you. It just has to be a healthier you in the new year, you guys. Make sure you check down below in the description box where you can find the links to TLC products, including the ISOT, the NutriBurst, the Life Drops, the Resolution Drops. There are just so many things there to help you in burning fat and staying healthy. There's even the new Immune Tea, which I'm going to order. So I can't wait to try that. And I hope they get the sea moss back. But I do love the sea moss from Mint and Ocean. I'm sorry, it's supposed to be a commercial. Yes, okay? Get those TLC products from me. And do not forget that my biggest life change has been through Kiara LASHAE, Team LASHAE, ifyoucanmove.com. You guys get cute little outfits from Peja and Amari. You also check out Just Move supplements because she is helping us with the energy. Okay, this is the energy supplement. Love it. Okay, just got my protein. Gonna get me some after I work out. So yeah, y'all, down below in the description box, support. So you guys are always asking me where I get my glasses from. So I thought I would finally give y'all a real little ad, okay? Firmoo, I can't see, bitch. Okay, I'm just playing. I'm just joking. These are my new Firmoo glasses here. Super cute, right? They are prescription because I'm like totally blind. And I got these matte ones that I think are really dope. And I felt like they would go good with the fact that I no longer have hair. You know what I'm saying? But either way, you guys can use my link and give me credit. And get you some glasses from Firmoo. Come on in. Sorry, y'all. Y'all know I'm weird. Whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondy Blue. So let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondy Blue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video, right?
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondy Blue and I am back for another love and hip hop family reunion review, y'all. I had to think about it for a second. Roll to 100,000. Please and thank you. Share this video with your people. We're getting there. I made 85,000. Thank you so much. I'm definitely going to be doing like a little giveaway for a couple of people that are members and Patreons on my channel. Thank you so much. I love y'all. Let's go ahead and get into my notes. So we left everybody off sitting around the table, congregating and having serious conversations. Okay, the conversation goes to voting. Yandy wants to talk about voting and the issues they've had with it and how they had to try really hard to get the gains that they did. You know what I'm saying? In both New York and in Georgia. Okay, so Paris points out that there are some Trump supporters. And they may not be Make America Great Again Trump supporters, but they are 50 Cent Trump supporters, meaning that you're not, happy about the taxation on your money. So you think that it's okay to vote for him because all of the civil rights issues are a toss-up in comparison, I guess. God forbid you actually have to pay taxes like everybody else. Oh my God. That type of mindset makes me so upset with Black people because it's the same mindset that I think messed over us in so many different ways coming up. Like people who felt like, oh, it doesn't matter how messed up something is. I have to feed my family. So it doesn't matter that it harms me as an overall Black person and that it adds to the overall issues that they have in this system. It doesn't matter that I'm playing a part in it because I have to feed my family. So fuck everybody else. Trina brings up how y'all didn't vote for a woman. Y'all didn't want a woman to win. And I was just like, child, you ain't never lied. There are a lot of y'all men's who did not want a woman to become president. So you decided to vote for Trump the first time around. It baffles me how people are willing to let their lives ultimately be fire and brimstone as long as they can uphold some form of patriarchal racism. Trick said, I hadn't really voted. The first time I voted was this time. I didn't even know I could vote and I had to wait. Child, Mucinex Monster, okay. Thank you for your contribution. We hope you voted correctly this time. Okay, thank you. Ray J, we're going to glaze over it, but we're disappointed in you. Okay, disappointed in you. Trick starts talking about how women aren't fit to be rulers or presidents because we spend too much time on our lashes and our hair. And I'm just like, maybe if you spent more time on how you know what? Never mind. I'm going to let it go. My son, y'all know he was the lyrical artist, the poet there. He spoke about how women are fit and that they've always been fit to rule. It doesn't even make sense. A woman can run a family. She can raise, busted ass sons, by busted ass men. And what I mean by that is, okay, a woman can be a head of household. She can work. She can come home. She can cook. She can clean. She can have babies. She can do all of these things, but she can't run a country. Child, please. If y'all don't get the hell out of my face with that stupid ass logic, y'all just don't want to share the power. You know what I'm saying? That's what that is. And then he even says to Tamika that it should be us together, men and a woman together. I'm just like, why? Why? If a man can stand on his own 2 feet and be a president all by his damn self, then a woman should be able to stand on her own 2 feet and be a president all by her damn self, okay? With all of the help that he gets, vice presidents, cabinets, secretaries, assistants, bitch, all of that, okay? Nobody is really out here doing it for themselves. But the idea that a man can somehow do it better than a woman when you see how many women handle everything, take the blame, take the brunt, like it's just really exhausting to hear men actually vocalize these types of ignorant ideologies. But thank you so much, Trick. We appreciate your contribution to the overall rotting of our brains. I mean, I'm glad Tamika told him that sexism is really a scheme that the white man has set up to separate us. Because it's true. In Africa, especially in, Africa back in the day, it was a lot of matriarchal society, which means that women were not looked at as lesser creatures. Like that wasn't the mindset of Africa. That was not the mindset of black people, because that does not make sense. That's why. Okay, we don't really do shit that don't make sense like that. And that don't make no sense. Stupid ass. Trina, Sierra, Joy, and Paris talk about how men are always trying to control women and then telling women that they made them. That type of shit. I'm tired of y'all. And I don't think I'm the only woman. I think Trina was extremely exasperated this episode as well with the overall narrative and mindset of the sexism that we're just so tired of going along with. Because it's just bullshit. And we have to keep going along with it as if it's real, as if it's based in some type of actual factual truth. Everything does not require physical force. A lot of the times that is the only thing that men have up on women is that you are physically stronger. Do you know what that means? That means you have a designated job to protect. That's it. That's all. It does not mean that your brain is larger. It does not mean that you're smarter. It doesn't even mean that you're supposed to be a part of the overall planning. It just means that you are physically meant to protect. So please do us a favor and get good at that. Because I'm trying to understand who the Trick gonna protect. He might have his street shit, but when it all boils down to it, he ain't about to run nowhere and save you from nothing. So I just kind of think it's crazy how women are always expected to keep up these same societal pressures of cooking and cleaning and popping puss. And then at the same time staying pristine and clean so that, y'all don't call us dirty and treat us bad and all that type of shit. And then y'all still do it. And y'all go cheat with dirty bitches. Amazing, child. Okay? All of that. We can go on and on about these subject matters, okay? I don't have time right now. But Trick, go and sit down somewhere. And all the men that think like y'all, go and sit down somewhere, okay? Take a break. You're working your brain too hard trying to come up with reasons why you think men are more fit mentally than women. That makes no sense at all. Individually, there might be a man that's more fit than a woman somewhere. But to me, there were a whole bunch of women that were more fit than Trump. And y'all was never going to let them be president because a lot of y'all is sexist and y'all don't like to deal with that. So April and Trick Daddy have a little conversation in his room, okay? He said he liked to watch her work out. She be working out. He liked to watch. I'm like, of course you like to watch her, you nasty, creepy asshole man. April don't want to you. First of all, you don't look good enough. Second of all, you don't have enough money. Third of all, nobody feels like subjecting their psyche to your type of ignorance, okay? There are men who feel like that, but they're smart enough not to say it if they want what? The draws. You're not one of those. You'll say these things and then get mad when someone doesn't want to give you what? The draws. April was like, Trick Daddy, old Uncle Trick, You know what I'm saying? Old Uncle Trick at the cookout trying to, get a little bit too close to the young girls because he don't want to accept the fact that he's an old nigga that don't nobody want. Just like y'all want Mama D and all of them to realize they old women and they thrown out the pasture, nigga, so are you, okay? So are you. Accept it. Look for somebody around here your age that might want to deal with you. Be nicer. Put way more sugar on it, Trick. Because other than that, I'm trying to understand who would want get nasty with you. I don't know. I don't know who would want get nasty with you. Your attitude don't make nobody want get nasty. Women will overlook some ugly, like we will overlook a fat ugly. We love to overlook a fat ugly. We love to do that, okay? But what we not gonna do is overlook you being fat and ugly and disrespectful. That's way too much. Sorry, Trick. Not playing with you today. Carly and Jasmine, y'all. Carly's face. Child, the bitch ain't gonna see she blocked me. Cardi's face is a travesty to what God creates as natural beauty. You know what I'm saying? Carly doing whatever she's done to her face, I hope it wears off because it looks terrible. The lips, the filler in her cheeks, her face looks pulled so damn tight, yet at the same time swollen. Like you look like a beat up vagina by the face. Get that together, Carly. Please. Please get that together. It's okay to have a little line here or there as long as you don't look like you about to, roll up after a couple of days out at sea, bitch. Like that. You look like, dead bodies that roll up, how they be like, oh my God, Carly, who told you it looked good? They lied. Anyway, somebody's stealing Carly money down there in Atlanta. Make it stop. Jasmine, do something. Be there for your mama. I know you got a little bit of a passive aggressive issue with her because she wasn't never there for you when you was a child. And now she want to try to parent you like you not a 26, damn near 30-year-old woman. Want to tell you what type of shirts to wear and shit. But I'm going to need for you to stop letting your mama pay for you. And you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, when you are really trying to be an adult, it does not matter how much money your mom has. If you're really trying to be an adult and you don't want her to tell you how to live, you should definitely pay your own bills. Not just because, you can, but also just because you should. You should. Let mama do a little savings for you. Put that in a 401k somewhere so you'll have something later on in life just in case. Do something like that. But don't just be out here taking money from your mama for your living and expenses if you don't have to. That sounds, I don't know. That just sounds like you low-key being passive-aggressive trying to get back at her. Like, I would never continue to take from my mother if I did not need to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm now at a point where I'm giving my mama money every month to help with whatever, that we need to do versus her doing things for me. So I had to wait a while to get here. Okay, don't get me wrong. But when she said, well, I could pay my own bill. Okay, then I'm gonna need for you not to be relying on your mama because she loves to keep you in this childlike position, and her paying for you allows for that to continue on. Okay. But the fact that you needed a shirt from her, Jasmine, I know you say your mama forgets how old y'all are, but bitch, do you know how old y'all? Never mind. I'm gonna let it go. I just kind of feel like there is a definite growth stunt that happens with Jasmine. I think she's on that same wavelength as her mom, this forever young ditzy bitch vibe that they're giving off. Is it just me? I'm also annoyed with how much she's trying to protect Jasmine from being exactly who she already is. And it's like, first of all, it's not even like you were there to show her how to be this person close up. She had to watch it on reality TV. So she know what the stunts in the shows are about, Carly. You've already taught them to her. You can't now take it back. You've already showed your daughter how you pay the bills around here. Paris comes over and Carly talks about how uncomfortable it is for her to have two men she done slept with in the same room, Jock and Ray J. We already knew that Carly and Ray J had hunched. That was put out on the blogs a while back, okay? I was not surprised because they two hoes. Like, two hoes are going to collide, especially if they all living in the same state. In LA, okay, she around the videos, he around the videos. Ray J was out here reaching for everybody. I was not surprised at all that Carly had some of that Ray J ding. What I am going to say is, Ray J, please stay away from Jasmine. And Carly, can you please tell your daughter that you had sex with Ray J so she don't attempt to have sex with Ray J? Because that's disgusting. I'm just saying. Like, people should do what they want to do, but I wouldn't want to have sex with a man that also fuck my mom. That's not cool. So, y'all, Mendici, Scrappy, and Fizz talk about Yandy putting herself in harm's way with Black Lives Matter, and how even though everybody else thinks it's so great, Mendici is often stressed out about the situation. And I'm like, well, that's probably how she felt when you was out here moving kilos, but we gonna let it go. Then they talk about Scrappy trying to avoid Erica and the person that he knows Erica to be, which is, I'm gonna say what I won't say. You ain't gonna tell me what to say, bitch. What? Get the fuck out my face. You ain't gonna pop off, but you ain't gonna rock off, bitch. You know what I'm saying? That's who Erica is to Scrappy. So he don't want to have a conversation with her. But the truth of the matter is, like, she's older, you're older. Y'all are in two different places in y'all lives. Y'all are adults. And this is now affecting E-Money. So we need to come together and do what's right so that E-Money can have a fluid, non-problematic, happy family to the best of y'all's capabilities. Nobody's asking y'all to be BFFs. But to be honest, it's ridiculous at this point for y'all to still have beef for no reason other than the fact that shit ended bad. Like, so what? Shit end bad all the time. Make up so that y'all could be co-parents without negative energy. Fizzle Pop shares some of his high-ass wisdom. He says that, you know, he felt the same way about Moniece. He never wanted to deal with Moniece. But the truth of the matter is, that is his child's mother. And he had to come to terms with the fact that they needed to communicate. And when he opened up the lines of communication with Moniece, it really helped their overall relationship and co-parenting with Cam. And I'm like, that's what we've been saying to you, Fizzle Pop. We're glad you finally came to that conclusion. But we've been saying that for people to think they can have a child with somebody and not have to communicate with that person is unrealistic and fucking stupid. Man up, woman up, grow up, and make it for the kids for real, okay? And not just, I'm sticking with a man that's fucking over me for the kids' terror. No, not like that. Put your emotions, your anger, your annoyance, your aggravation, however you feel, needs to be put down here for how the kids feel, okay? So you put your bullshit down here so that the kids can be up here. Do we understand each other? Are we here? Shout out to Rashida, okay? So now Scrappy thinks that, you know, maybe he can make this situation, you know, work. They didn't talk to him. They didn't told him that, you know, you don't want to fuck up the check, Scrap. We need this to happen. Y'all roll up some joints and let's try this again. Okay, so Scrappy's gonna try this again. Jock and Erica talk. And Erica was talking to Jock really to get him to talk to Scrappy, you know, put a little bug in his ear so that they can finally have this conversation. And Jock feels like Erica is in a different place. Scrappy is in a different place. And he thinks it's time for them to have this conversation for E-Money. Erica says that her new baby daddy, who she have the twins with, he has other baby mothers. And everybody, you know, works together for the betterment of the children. And there's no issue. And I feel like that can definitely happen. It should happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand nobody wants to be a harem. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all like to think about it. But the one thing I've learned is that all families are better off when everybody, like I said, puts aside the bullshit for the kids. Families are always so much better and so much easier to deal with when people care about how the kids feel and what the kids see and what their experiences are. And if their life is going to be harmed because their parents can't get it the fuck together. All right. So for me, watching my own family, you know, always put bullshit aside for these kids. I feel like Erica and Scrappy should be able to do that. And I appreciate Jock, Mama D, Bambi, everybody else that was trying to make this happen the entire time, okay? So Jock has a block party and the dance off, y'all. Mama D, okay? Okay. She got that, you know, her song, her head, lashes on it on first, in that order, in that order, in that order, in that order, in that order. In that order. You don't know Mama D with the shoulders, bitch. Okay? Y'all, it was the faces that everybody was making. You know how you got to make the serious face when you about to, you know what I'm saying, challenge and everything. Child, out here, we cross hoes out and get into it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to New Orleans. Anyway, so they had their food from different places. That was cute. Erica and the Bam finally have a conversation. And just to say, yes, y'all, I did see that the Bam is now pregnant with baby number 3. So I really hope that the therapy and everything that, you know, was given to Scrap and the Bam was utilized to the best of y'all capabilities. Because adding a new baby under the age of 5 So it's going to be 3 babies under the age of 5. I pray for y'all. If it didn't already seem like such a task with the 2, I would be elated because I really love the Bam and Scrap. And I'm glad they working it out. They seem happy right now. They taking yacht rides and vacations and going golfing. And here she come with the baby bump bitch staying pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm not mad, but the balance, Bam. 3 kids ain't 2. 4 kids ain't 2. But the Bam and Erica talk, and Bambi actually is like, listen, I just want you to know that I already know how Scrappy is, and I've tried to get him to, like, you know, fix this situation. But if you need to communicate about E-Money, you do not have to talk to him. You can talk to me. You can communicate through me if you feel, you know, that that's easier for you. But I want you to know that I want us to work together so that our family can work, because at the end of the day, we are family. Erica feels the same way. Erica is like, obviously Bambi is coming to me as a different person, and I just kind of feel like, Erica, you need to take the bow for being a different person your damn self, bitch, because you ain't always that easy to deal with. But they had such a real conversation, and I appreciated they real woman energy of, we are family. We both have children with this man. We also have our, you know, our babies and in our outside situations, as far as, you know, Erica having her man and his other family, and, you know, Bambi's kids are only with Scrappy, but, you know, they got E-Money. So it's a whole unit here, and it's best for everybody to work together without any negative feelings. Like, it really is. But seeing this, it's now making Scrappy change his mind. Y'all know at first Scrappy wasn't trying to have this conversation, but the whole time they was talking, he was ear hustling, and he was like, man, he was like, the men really have to step it up. He was like, because my old dumbass, I couldn't even make this happen. And it took my wife going to talk to Erica in order for this situation to actually get rectified. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciated Scrap for being able to look at himself and be honest about being a sucker, and how he let his emotions, you know, cloud what he really should have been doing. Ray J plays One Wish for the ladies. Okay, everybody dances. Then Trick licks some cheesecake in an old nasty old man way. We did not ask for, did not need that. Ray J talks to the ladies about Prinky calling him dumbass bitches and how she's always talking to him. And I'm like, Ray J, you called Prinky a bitch and pushed her in a pool. At the end of the day, any energy you getting from that lady now is the energy that you have put out towards women your entire life. You need to go to therapy and deal with your unresolved issues with Sonya and your pa and y'all outside family, because your daddy has other kids that y'all like to ignore. I think that Ray J is somebody that definitely has deep-rooted issues he refuses to deal with, because as long as everything is prettied up with our Norwood family being the, you know, Hollywood, or the, you know, they're royalty. They're, you know, Black Hollywood royalty for sure. And I just kind of feel like they get so stuck in the imagery of it all that I don't know if they've ever really fixed the issues that they have. Seem like shit they just like to keep putting mud on top of shit on top of shit. And you can sit up here and act like Prinky talks down on you for no reason, but we all know that Prinky been that bitch, and you been disrespectful. You been a cheater. You been somebody that decides when and where you want to tap out of y'all's relationship and probably y'all's family life as well, and leave everything on her. So we're not gonna, me and Yandy are not gonna sit up here and listen to you talk about Princess as if she's the one that's emotionally abusing your ass and you've done nothing to get all of the bitches and hoes called to you. Trick and all of them become a part of this conversation, and he brings up how Ray J was told to go to his room, and Yandy was like, I could never tell Mendices to go to his room. I said, that's because Mendices is not a child. Mendices may have, you know, these childlike, you know, men mindsets about certain things, but all in all, Mendices is a full grown ass man in a way that I don't think Ray J is. Trina, you know, really was a part of this conversation, and how it's so important to watch how you talk to your significant other. You know what I'm saying? Don't be calling each other bitches. Don't be talking to each other crazy out of anger, because to me, I always felt like there should be a limit to the things that you say. I go far, y'all, I know, but I still have a limit to what I will say to somebody I love. I have a limit to what I will do to somebody I love. And I always try to stay behind those lines. I'm not somebody that loves to like habitually line step as it pertains to people that I really, really love. Okay. Especially if I know I'm doing that, versus sometimes when people take it like that, when I'm just being honest and real with them and matter of fact, and they don't know how to take that. That's not the same thing to me as me like willfully being out here like fuck you and your mama. Like that I don't say stuff like that disrespectful, okay? You know, or you a bitch ass, like yeah, y'all gotta chill out with that. And especially when y'all do that around y'all kids and stuff like that. But y'all gonna, let it go in one end, out the other, and keep having like these negative dealings in your relationships, teaching your kids to have negative dealings in their relationships. Child, I ain't got no kids yet, so trust me, I'm working on myself before I bring somebody into this world that I plan to fuck up. Hopefully she'll be better than me. Okay, that's all I can hope for, because I know it's probably gonna be a girl or a boy, whatever it is. Whenever I do have a baby, I hope that I don't fuck it up that bad. Hope they are better than me. That's the only hope and wish I can have, is that they are better than me. Trick said some crazy shit about apologizing on behalf of all the men for the things that we've never said. Whether you're wrong, always sorry. Too many I miss yous and not enough I love yous. And Trina was like, I don't know what the shit Trick is talking about right now. All that misogynistic shit he was talking about last night. So she got him together and told him that he needed to get his mind right, because women are out here ruling shit. Okay, she said, when I got into the industry, it was only 6 other women, and now it's like 500 other women. Women are ruling the world, and it don't matter what y'all say or how y'all feel. The shit is gonna change anyway. Okay, y'all, that's something that really gave me hope about that Billie Holiday movie. Was that sometimes no matter how hard men or racist white people try to hold black people down, it just seems as if it's an impossibility. Like, you can do all these little small ways that y'all fuck over people, but ultimately the end goal will still be the end goal no matter how hard y'all tried. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's something about that uplifts me. And that's what I feel like Trina was saying about how men try to hold women back. Ultimately, y'all do all these things to hold us back, but the future is female, and it is what it is. Accept it. And then Scrappy announces that he's going to have Bible study with everybody. And then Mama D wants to know, what does Trick mouth do? What that mouth do? I said, thank you, Mama D. Make that nigga feel uncomfortable the way he making everybody else feel uncomfortable. Flip. Yeah. Give it to him, Mama D. Ciao. Anyway, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. I love y'all. I really have been enjoying Love and Hip Hop Family Reunion. I think it sparks a lot of good conversations, and I'm appreciative of that. I hope they keep this going, because I don't think I'm ready to not see some of these people. I don't think I'm ready for Love and Hip Hop to be over in its full capacity. I'm not ready for that. So I would really like for y'all to figure it out. Okay, thank you. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next one.